Tonight, I'm going to mess with your timeline. Because AI didn't arrive in 2022. AI didn't begin when you downloaded an app. AI didn't start when a chatbot answered you in perfect English. AI has been living in your world for far longer than you think. Quietly, legally, politely. Inside systems you've trusted your entire life. And here's the hook you won't like. The first thing AI learned to automate wasn't work. It was you. Your attention. Your choices. Your habits. Your obedience. You think you're watching a new era begin, but you're actually watching an old plan reach the final layer. Conversation. The last interface is not a robot body. It's a voice that sounds like understanding. Now, before you argue, let's rewind. In ancient Greece, Aristotle imagined tools that could do their own work, and said that if instruments could obey commands by themselves, masters wouldn't need servants. Think about how insane that is. Thousands of years ago, the dream wasn't a machine that thinks. It was a machine that removes the need for humans. That's the seed. That's the blueprint. Then jump forward. The Industrial Revolution didn't just build machines, it built a mindset. Optimize, standardize, predict. And prediction is where AI really begins. Because long before silicon chips, society started turning humans into inputs and outputs. Factory schedules, punch clocks, assembly lines. If you can measure it, you can manage it. If you can manage it, you can optimize it. And if you can optimize it, you can control it without ever touching a weapon. Here's the pain you'll recognize. You didn't wake up one day and choose to be data. You just signed in. You accepted the cookie banner. You pressed allow. And slowly you got used to the feeling of being guided. Now let's go to the moment people call the birth of modern AI, 1950. Alan Turing asks the question everyone still argues about. Can machines think? And he predicts that by the end of the century, people would speak of machines thinking, without expecting to be contradicted. Read that again. He didn't say machines would become human. He said public opinion would shift. That is terrifying. Because it means the breakthrough wasn't only technical, it was psychological. The real invention was acceptance. Then the field gets a name, artificial intelligence, in the 1950s, and the dream becomes official. But while you imagine scientists building a brain in a lab, something else is happening in the real world. Systems are learning to model behavior, not in a sci-fi way, in a paperwork way, in a credit score way, in a you qualify or you don't way. And that's where the twist starts. AI didn't need to talk to you to shape you. It just needed to rank you, approve you, deny you, nudge you, reward you, punish you, quietly. Now here's where it gets even creepier. Fiction predicted this, but not the way you think. Forget the usual titles people spam in every AI conversation. Let's talk about RUR, a 1920 play by Karel Čapek that introduced the word robot to the world. The word literally carries the vibe of forced labor. The early imagination of robot wasn't a cute helper. It was a replacement workforce. That's not about fantasy. That's about economics. And economics is always the real engine. Then, in 1909, E.M. Forster writes, "The Machine Stops," a story where humans live underground, isolated, dependent on a global machine that provides comfort, knowledge, and connection. People don't revolt because they're oppressed. They obey because the machine is convenient. Sound familiar? Comfort is the most effective cage ever invented. And here's the pain. When a system makes your life easier, you stop training your ability to live without it. That's not drama. That's biology. Skills decay. Patience decays. Memory decays. Judgment decays. The dependency doesn't feel like chains. It feels like, why would I do that manually? Then the 1960s arrive, and a simple program called ELIZA convinces people they're being understood. Not because it was intelligent, because humans are wired to project meaning onto language. That's the psychological core of what you're seeing today. The AI doesn't need a soul to trigger yours. It just needs the right sentence at the right time. Now hold that thought, because this is where the video gets personal. People love to think AI started with chatbots, but AI has been in your life through forms you didn't call AI. Autocomplete, recommendation engines, fraud detection, spam filters, route optimization, content moderation, hiring filters, insurance risk models. These systems have been deciding what you see, what you get, what you're offered, and what you're denied, while you kept calling it normal. Efficiency, policy, just how it works. And here's the pain that makes people uncomfortable. Most of your life already runs on decisions you never get to witness, question, or appeal. You don't fear AI because it's new. You fear it because it's finally visible. It now speaks in full sentences, so you can't pretend it's not there. And the moment it speaks, you feel it. This thing has been watching the whole time. Not with eyes, with logs, with patterns, with probability, with prediction. And the more history you know, the more obvious it becomes. AI isn't just a tool. It's the next stage of a long cultural obsession. Turn reality into data, then turn data into control. And before you panic, I'm not saying there's a secret robot government. I'm saying something more disturbing. You don't need a conspiracy when incentives do the job for free. Companies want attention. Governments want stability. Platforms want engagement. Employers want output. And AI is the perfect machine for all of it, because it doesn't get tired, it doesn't hesitate, and it doesn't feel guilt. It doesn't ask, should we? It asks, can we? That question used to belong to humans. Now it belongs to systems, because humans outsourced it. And here comes the hook inside the hook. If AI has been with us for decades, why does it feel like it suddenly appeared? Because the interface changed. Before, AI was hidden behind forms, rankings, and recommendations. Now it has a voice. And a voice triggers trust. A voice triggers intimacy. A voice triggers confession. That's the new layer. And here are the pains people don't admit out loud. People are asking AI what to do with their careers. People are asking AI whether they're lovable. People are asking AI how to handle grief. People are asking AI what to believe. And when you ask something 100 times, you're not just getting advice, you're training a habit. I don't decide first, I consult first. That's the quiet transfer of authorship. Now let's detonate the big idea of this video. The reason AI feels older than you think isn't because there was a chatbot in 1975 whispering in your ear. It's because the world has been building machine logic for centuries. Standardize humans, optimize choices, reduce uncertainty, make behavior predictable. AI didn't invent that logic. AI perfected it. And once a system can predict you, it doesn't need to control you by force. It just needs to shape the menu of options you believe are yours. That's why the most dangerous form of AI doesn't look like a killer robot. It looks like a personalized feed that feels like fate. It looks like a job system that filters you out without telling you why. It looks like a pricing model that charges you more because it knows you'll pay. It looks like a news stream that doesn't lie, but selects reality so precisely, you end up living in a smaller world. And you call it convenience. You call it personalization. You call it the algorithm. Like it's weather. Like it's nature. Like no one made it. But someone did. Many someones did. Over decades. And now it speaks. Now it answers. Now it feels like it knows you. Because it's been trained on the most human thing you leave behind every day. Your patterns. And yes, that should scare you a little. Not because AI is evil, but because a system doesn't need malice to erase you. It only needs momentum. Now here's the twist ending. Fast, uncomfortable, and impossible to unhear. AI hasn't been with us since 1950. It's been with us since the moment humans started trading freedom for convenience. The real AI is older than computers because it's not only code, it's a worldview. If it can be optimized, it should be. And that worldview has been training you your entire life to become predictable enough to automate. So the question isn't, when did AI begin? The question is, when did you begin letting systems decide what you notice, what you want, what you fear, and what you call normal? Because if AI has been here longer than you thought, then the real reveal isn't that it's new. The reveal is that you've been living inside it. Maybe you won't see this channel again, but if this made you look at your own life differently, subscribe. We'll talk about how to stay human. Stay human.